10 years ago, I, sitting in my bedroom when I was supposed to be studying for a history test, decided to whip out a phone and record videos to go public deep in the future and try to predict what my life would be like, what the channel would be like. And after 10 incredibly long years, Hi Me in 10 Years finally went public. And I wanted to capture my reaction on this video that you're watching now. So let's do it.
Hi Me in 10 years.
Hey,
I'm gonna schedule upload this video
Wow.
10 years in the future. So you're gonna see this in 2025.
Oh my gosh.
It's 2015 for me right now.
Oh, this is crazy. Look how young I look. Look at the difference. This me doesn't have a beard, doesn't have a mustache.
Dude, what if I'm dead? Dude, if I'm... Ooh, that would be weird. That'd be so weird.
Thankfully, not dead.
That'd be really weird. But so let's see. Dude, if I don't have 1 million subscribers when you see this video, my entire life has been a failure.
Ironically, we actually have dozens of channels with millions of subscribers. And before we go too deep into listening to old Jimmy, 17-year-old Jimmy here ramble, I just want to get you in the right mind space. I want you to understand what's going through this 17-year-old's mind. We didn't have tons of money growing up. I mean, it was probably like a normal middle-class family, but in 2008, we ended up going bankrupt. So we had nothing. Like, my parents actually filed for bankruptcy. And I had poured year after year after year after year after year after year of my life, and people weren't watching the videos. Everyone in my school, everyone around me was saying, Jimmy, you will never be a YouTuber. This isn't realistic. You're chasing a fairy tale, and you need to actually focus on whatever you're actually gonna do with your life.
In 2015, a 17-year-old kid named Jimmy Donaldson pointed a simple camera at his face and spoke to his future self. No fancy setup, no studio, just a teenage dream, a cracked phone, and a vision that time itself couldn't erase. Hi, me in 10 years, he said. This is 2015 Jimmy. I'm talking to you in 2025. At that time, he wasn't MrBeast. It was just Jimmy. No millions of subscribers, no global brand, no record-breaking videos. Just a boy who refused to stop believing. That's one video buried in the archives for a decade. Is more than just time capsule. It's proof that the universe listens when you speak with conviction. Jimmy wasn't predicting the future. He was creating it. That part most people miss. When he looked into that camera and said, if I don't have 1 million subscribers by then, my life is a failure. He wasn't setting a goal. He was casting a vibration. The law of cause and effect says that every thought, every action, every word sends ripples into the field of creation. Jimmy's words didn't just stay in 2015. They echoed into his timeline. But let's go back to that moment, a 17-year-old with nothing. He grew up in a middle-class home that went bankrupt in 2008. His family had to start over from the scratch. He didn't have much, just an internet connection and a fire in his heart. And everyone around him laughed. They told him he was wasting his time. They told him YouTube was unrealistic, that he had never make it. But when destiny calls, it doesn't need an audience. It just needs belief. Jimmy faced a storm of doubt. He wondered if he was crazy, if he had ever make it, if he was throwing away his life. He worried about his mom, about being a burden, about failing her. That pressure wasn't fake. It was real human fear. But he didn't quit. He kept uploading. He studied algorithm when others were sleeping. He tested thumbnails, titles, and topics when nobody was watching. He fell in love with the process, not the applause. That's what separated Jimmy from the rest. He wasn't chasing fame, he was chasing alignment. And here's the thing, when you align efforts with purpose, the universe starts bending in your direction. Doors open, ideas flow, people appear. That's not luck. That's vibration. That's cause-meeting effect. Jimmy once said he studied YouTube like it was a full-time job. For years, his only dream was to understand the craft, how videos go viral, how retention works, how storytelling moves people. And in those lonely nights, he was building the foundation of an empire. Fast forward 10 years, that same kid now runs one of the largest digital empires in the world. MrBeast isn't just a name. It's a symbol of possibility. He feeds millions through philanthropy. He builds wells, restores sites, plants trees, and changes lives. But what's most powerful is that he once sat in the same doubts, confusion, and fear that every dreamer feels. He's proof that vision doesn't need validation. Jimmy's 10-year prophecy wasn't just about success. It was about faith. Faith that one day, all the sleepless nights, all the failures, all the heartbreaks would make sense. The law of correspondence teaches that your outer world mirrors your inner state. The moment Jimmy started believing in himself, reality started believing in him too. Imagine if that 17-year-old gave up. Imagine if he listens to the noise instead of his intuition. There would be no MrBeast, no 400 million subscribers, no impact, no legend. That's the quiet truth behind every success story. Faith isn't built when you are winning. Faith is built when you keep going, even when no one sees you. So if you're watching this right now and you feel unseen, unheard, or underestimated, remember Jimmy's story. You might just be living in your own 2015 moment, recording something that the world will only understand 10 years from now. Because destiny doesn't work on your clock. It works on alignment. And when your heart, vision, and purpose move as one, even time can't stop you. From 17-year-old dreamer to global icon, Jimmy Donaldson didn't just predict his future. He created it word by word, video by video, vibration by vibration. This isn't just a story about MrBeast. It's a story about the human spirit and what happens when you refuse to quit. Because sometimes all it takes is one message to your future self to change everything. Like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic storytelling about consciousness, destiny, and the human spirit. This is Metro, broadcasting from Metro Cosmic Code. Thanks for